Hey everybody, this is Niall and Alex with the Drive Home Movie Reviews.
And we just saw
Evil
Dead
Dead
Burn. Gotta let it burn now. What is that Usher song?
Burn, burn, burn.
No.
Disco Inferno.
I used to love that song by Usher. Gotta let it burn.
Gotta let it burn. It burns!
Okay, he kept fucking falling asleep during this movie. And
It's late.
It's incredibly violent. Like,
Yeah,
I
it
had
is.
to go like this almost the entire time.
Every time I would wake up, I was like, oh, that looks terrible.
I just, like, it was so fucking intense. And I would look over and there's Niall.
Oh, she would wake me up and I'd look at the screen and I'd be like, oh my god. What
I'm
is
like,
going on?
How are you falling asleep during this? So, I have a critique. I actually have multiple, but first off, the guys in the boat, like, why did they get killed? Those random...
So at the end, it showed there's a post-credit scene. And at the end of the post-credit scene, it ties it to that first movie.
Yeah, but why were the guys in the boat killed?
That opening scene is, I mean, there's a lake scene that happens. I think in the very first one, it's the opening scene to that, and this ties into either that or another lake scene.
I don't understand why they had to die. Because they weren't connected to the families or anything.
Well, yeah, but the Deadites are just like out anything up. They they're fishing, they're like.
What I'm confused about is it wasn't summoned yet.
Well, I think maybe if that scene is part of one of the other movies, then in those movies it had been summoned and one of them got into the lake and it was pulling people into the lake.
Or Joe, the guy writing the book that never finished his book about his grandfather's stuff, he could have set the spell while looking at the book.
Well, also that kid was listening to it.
Oh,
And that's how they got initiated the first two times. People just listened to the tape because there's a guy out there just saying it.
I bet that's right. But these two guys are just going fishing in a boat. The girlfriend's calling and the guy's like, don't pick up, man. Like, we're having bro time.
Yeah.
And then the guy eventually picks up because the girlfriend keeps calling. He walks off. The other guy's left at the dock and just gets fucking attacked with hooks and fishing lines. And then the guy comes back to see his friend is getting dragged out into the water. He's drowning. So he takes the boat out to try to go get him. But that's not even the focus of the movie. You want to tell them what the movie's about?
Well, the movie is just like all the other ones. Is people read this incantation, and then these Deadites from all of the other movies, they always have like white eyes. But this series of these 3 new movies that they've been putting out for Evil Dead, like the reboot, they're much more intense and gruesome and violent.
Oh my god.
It's just them attacking this family.
Yeah. So there was heavy points on domestic violence. This girl, she is French. French girl's name is Alice. She marries into this family the husband's name is Will. And then they have a fucked up family, Will does. Will is incredibly violent during their marriage. When he celebrating his little brother's birthday, and on the way home, he dies. So then they all convene for Will's funeral, even though the family hates the wife, Alice, the French woman. And it just goes fucking nuts from there.
I think this movie, I will say, I think does actually sit at the bottom of all the movies for me. I've liked everything Evil Dead has done. I haven't really dived in the TV show, but I take that back. I did not like Army of Darkness. It just got too wacky for me. But this movie had a lot of humor to it. It's not as much as people were saying it was. People were like, oh, it's just hilarious. And I'm like, I don't know.
I did laugh a few times. It was not like hysterical.
It's not like bordering on being a comedy.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like just this constant violence and tearing it. And the other ones at least had this like liveliness to it. Maybe it had like better actors too, I think. Like whenever we got introduced to the woman in the post-credit scene, just the second I saw her, I was like, oh, this movie now has something that I should have had the whole movie.
Yeah.
Just that
I did like
liveliness
that
to
they
it.
tied her back in.
Yeah.
I haven't seen all the films. I've just seen the trilogy.
Yeah. Well, and you learn that this Necronomicon, supposedly there are actually 3 books.
Oh. The books of the dead.
I thought what they were trying to do is that first movie we're reading out of one book, second movie the second one, and then this one they're reading out of a third book, but didn't really seem to play out that way.
Yeah.
You don't really see the book in the movie. Yeah.
But I think they were definitely playing on themes of like the patriarchy with violence towards women, just like little things men do to women, like whistle at them to come back like they're a dog, and like getting so angry. There's actually a statistic: women are so much more likely to die because of a family member, like a husband usually.
I feel like it was kind of touching on the matriarchy.
And then
evil.
another thing was that, like, the guy's mom, Susan, who hates Alice, she got stuck raising her family because her dad, the grandfather who was part of the kings of...
I don't remember.
He's the one who found the dagger that can, like, end the race of the...
Deadites.
Yeah. Susan, she, after her dad left, I guess her sister fell ill, and she had to take care of the whole family and had to give up all of her hobbies, and I feel like she had to deal with abuse.
That happened in the second movie. Something like that. Something similar to that.
I don't know how the second movie, you know, the girl at the end,
She's from the first movie.
Where she ties in, like, how are those two families connected?
I think maybe we'll learn that. But this is actually not supposed to even be a trilogy. It's supposed to be 4 movies. And I think just later this year or early next year, the reason they showed that is because now the next movie is going to be Evil Dead Wrath. And it's supposed to be the one that concludes this new rebooted Evil Dead.
Wrap it up. It's too fucking violent.
I thought maybe this was like supposed to be a part 1 and part 2 of the final movie.
Yeah.
But man, I love those first 2 movies. This one was a little lacking, but I think if you like Evil Dead, you will like this.
As a horror fan, they did have some good jump scares.
Yeah.
And I was on the edge of my seat most of the time. Towards the end, though, I was like, wrap this shit up.
This was happening to me several times. It was like, oh!
I don't know how I would go back to bed. I was sitting there like the whole movie, and then Niles just like with his mouth wide open. No, you said like this. That's our movie experience a lot.
5 bags of popcorn.
What would you rate it?
I give it 60.
I would give it like a 72. I really enjoyed most of it. It was fucking gruesome and really
very hard to watch.
It was like I didn't watch a lot of it because I just had to cover my eyes.
There was a lot of like trying not to watch it, turning away.
Yeah.
And then be like, oh my god, it's still going. Oh.
Yeah.
And then it would always be worse, but it'd be the same thing, it's just getting much worse.
Yeah.
For like, there's like a scene where I think something like went on for like a minute long, where they had that blade thing on their mouth. She was gonna turn it on.
Yeah. And the pin.
And while she was putting a pin into her ear,
and then it got stuck. And the fucking mom, she was such a bitch to her.
There was a lot of dislikable characters.
Yeah, you were happy like most of these people died.
Which wasn't the case with the first 2 movies. Like with the first 2 movies, you kind of like identified with all the characters and liked them, and then they became evil. Like the mom was very likable that you see at the end.
Yeah, the post-credit scene.
Yeah.
That was gnarly. Like, I don't think I've seen that in a film of a child.
Just
like getting their head.
I think the first 2 movies touched on little kids getting torn apart and stuff.
I thought the kids always survived.
Most of the time they do, but I think those they did not. I'll put it here.
A lot of unnecessary violence and like, there's a scene where the mom and dad are making out for like way too long. Gross and disturbing because he had shot himself multiple times. I would say go see it though.
Yes.
I got a thrill. I don't know.
If you like Evil Dead, you gotta go see it. It's
Yeah.
very good.
That's our review.
Hello.
Love ya. You can push it back.
My heart is like an open book.
Beep.